The trial of all crimes? Yes. Except in cases of impeachment shall be by jury? Yeah. hmm And such trial shall be held in the state where the said crime shall have been committed. But when not committed within any state, the trial shall be at such place or places as the Congress may by law have directed. Now, these trials by jury, where you happen to mention the individual was restored, yes. It does not in any way implicate the person as having committed the crime, does it? No. Mm-mm. The jury doesn't look at the person and say, well, you went to a Western State Hospital for the last 6 months and you're on lithium. I mean, it doesn't create a prejudice or bias on the part of a jury knowing yes, that the accused had to be restored to be able to stand trial. Yes. And the mental health evaluations are never admitted to the jury as the individual was not able to stand trial. Yes. Not like it's an admission of guilt. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's valid, but it's not. See, when somebody's arrested for the accusation of a crime, they have the right to a trial by jury. Yes. And in that trial by jury, they have the right to not have any bias against them. Yes. Now, I know you as a prosecuting attorney, yeah, you wouldn't intentionally use 1077s to get convictions, as in the individual needed to have a 1077 just to be able to stand trial. Yes. Even though you had no evidence against them. I mean, after I was restored, exactly what did you plan on using as evidence against me? Why don't you get me those prosecuting attorneys in each and every district court? Yes. Superior court, county and city. Ooh. Where they thought, well, since we don't have a case, well, we'll make the guy look bad so we can get a conviction of guilt. Some people are so concerned about their advancement in their individual professions. Phew. But I would think that as soon as the jury finds out you somehow, well, of all the restored that have stood trial, did you let it be known that they were crazy before their restoration, as if that was an admission of guilt? Yes. That the insanity of those that are disabled or not disabled, let's say you're just crazy. Yes. But it's not a mental disability. As much as you dislike it, a lot of people would be considered crazy. Yes. They're not normal. Some people would say it's their anointing. Yes. You're somewhat prophetic. Or maybe it's their genius. Yes. And they have all kinds of ideas. Right. Or they could be powerful in their own bolstering perceptions of their individual selves. Yes, they could. Or in their own mind, they're rich. I mean, they're so rich that they could buy each and every state of the United States and sell them off to other nations. The only thing that would be left is a federal government that had no. Do you know what crazy is? Yes. It's individuals. Yes. That don't have the vanity of thinking they're not. Yes. But they're really not. They're just weird. Yes. I've known a lot of them. Yeah. And as much as you were. Did you use restoration laws to get convictions without any evidence against the accused?